Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. I know. Like you go like put lotion on people like there's like all these layers. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. And bring the hands together. Press out with the forearms, squeezing in with the knees. Yogi squat. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Then come displace the hands on the floor. Sit down. And bend both the knees today. Bring the feet together, the knees together. And then wrap the left arm around the shins. Hold on to the shins with the left arm. Take the right hand behind the right hip. And look over the right shoulder. TP twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, come back, center, wrap the right arm around the shins and immediately twist over to the left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come center and extend the left leg out. Step the right foot over the left. Then lift the left arm up and then twist a little deeper to the right. You can take your right hand a little in line with the sacrum now, getting a little deeper into your twist. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then come center and counter twist to the left. And then come center, extend the right leg back out. Then the left knee, left foot on outside of right. Lift the right arm up and twist over to the left. A little deeper into this. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come center, extend the left leg. Bend both the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet about hips width distance apart, 2 fists. Hands behind you, 6 to 8 inches. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back if comfortable. Inhale. Exhale 1. To get your hips up, you want to squeeze the glute muscles. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Come down. Good morning. Everybody's got a chant book, right? Yes. Judy, you cut your hair? Okay, I didn't recognize you for a minute because I was like, who is that? I've never seen. And then I realized it was you, and I was like, oh, she cut her hair. It's amazing how you cut your hair and all of a sudden you look a different person, right? Let's chant from 2 different shastras. Let's chant from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and then I'm gonna do an improv and give the Bhagavad Gita a shot. I haven't practiced it. I usually practice that one. Those are a little tougher. Oh, page 40, 23, and then we'll flip over to page 54. Okay. 3 ohms. Inhale deeply. Exhale everything out. Inhale for Om. So page 40, this one's pretty easy. Ishvara pranidandanattva. Okay. Ishvara pranidandanattva. Ishvara pranidandanattva. One more time. Ishvara pranidandanattva. Simple. Other one, not so simple. So now turn over the page. Sorry about that. I have to stop. Turn over to page 54. We'll look at 10.20. I'm going to sing it all the way through. Then we'll try to do it together. Aham atman gude kesha sarva bhutashaya shita aham adishcha madayam cha bhutana ata evacha. Try that. Aham atman gude kesha sarva bhutashaya shita aham adishchata madhyam bhutan anta evacha. One more time together. Aham atman gude kesha sarva bhutan shayashita aham adishchahat madhyam cha bhutana ata evacha. Like I said, I like to practice those before I walk in and say, oh, I'm going to chant that today. Today I did that. So one of the things I like doing, and it's probably one of the reasons why I like teaching Vinyasa, is Vinyasa is about recognizing patterns, right? You recognize a pattern or a sequence and you repeat it, you add on to it, you kind of absorb it. But one of the reasons I like studying Shastras, and a lot of times what happens when people are attracted to yoga, they kind of treat the Shastras as if it's Abrahamic texts like the Holy Bible, and they kind of zoom in on one text and they kind of become obsessed with one text. But what I've always liked to do is here again recognize patterns and see how they're different and how they're similar. And so I've spent a lot of time dabbling in a lot of different Shastras, right? A lot of different yoga manuals. And one of the things I came away with is that Patanjali's saying the same thing that Krishna is in the Bhagavad Gita. They're saying the exact same thing, but they say it in two different ways. They go about it in two different ways to get to the same place. So if we look back over here at Patanjali, Ishvara Pranidandanattva, by dedicating your life to the Lord, Ishvara, you obtain divinity. You become that thing that you're dedicating yourself to, right? So he's taking an approach by using Ishvara, the Lord, which is an impersonal approach. He's not personalizing it. He's letting you decide whatever Ishvara is. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It is the Lord of the manor, the Lord of the house, the Lord of your being, the Lord of your body, the Lord of your soul, whatever you want to, like, however you want to translate that. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to get involved with the dogma. And he said, and so his approach to you is impersonal, but then he wants you to make it personal. Like, it's very interesting way he goes about doing it. He's like, it has this kind of like, I'm going to be impersonal, but I want you to be personal. Then you flip over to what Krishna does, and you have to remember the Bhagavad Gita is Krishna teaching his dear friend Arjuna the concepts of yoga while they are on a battlefield in a civil war. And it's 18 chapters. It's long, but it's a mystical teaching, right? This thing happens in like a lightning flash. He basically does what some people will today in the mystical tradition call a Shaktipat, right? Maybe you've heard of that, like where like it's I think it's kind of silly, but it's supposed to be like a qualified mystical guru can actually look at you and give you all the information. That's what it's actually happened here. This is where the idea of Shaktipat comes from, because remember, the battle's raging. They're about to go to war. And Arjuna has a nervous breakdown. And he says, hey, like, I don't want to do this. I want to be a yogi. And Krishna says, well, I can teach you yoga. It's like that. It takes, to us, it feels like forever. But for them, it's instantaneous. But Krishna says something, he says the same thing, and the same outcome should happen from Patanjali to him. He just goes about doing it different. He says, Aham Atman, I am seated in the soul. I said heart. I translated that as heart. But Atman, Aham is I am. Atman is the soul. I am seated in the heart of all living beings. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end. I am the totality of that whole being, right? So Krishna is coming at this from the point of view of the English teacher may have to you may have to correct me. It's a personal active verb in the present moment, right? So he is, I am present in the moment. And I am both its beginning, its middle, and its end, and I am in the hearts of all being. Patanjali says, dedicate your life to this idea of the divine, and you become it. It is within you. But that means that it's within the being of all living beings on Patanjali's end too. They just haven't recognized it. But because Patanjali's working with you individually, right? Patanjali's working with you on your yoga journey individually. Krishna is too, but his situation is different. Remember, they're on a battlefield. And so Arjuna is saying, oh, I don't want to go to civil war with my relatives. And Krishna is saying, don't worry, I'm in their heart also. They are also like, I am there with, I'm not picking sides here. I'm amongst all of you. Recognize that. It's your job to recognize that not only in yourself, but in all beings. So they're going about saying the same exact thing, but there's a different pattern to it. The end result is the same, yoga. They get to yoga in a different way, right? So think about that as we do the vinyasa today, how there's a pattern and the pattern keeps repeating itself. And in the end, we're all trying to go to the same place. We're all trying to get to the same place. So fold up the chant books, place them to the side. I'll come by and pick them up. And come stand at the top of the mat in Tadasana, mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone. Gazes at the horizon. And take a moment, bring the hands together. And set a higher intention for the sadhana today. That recognizing divinity within yourself, whatever you call it, however you see it, but then recognize it in all the beings that you share this locale with, this earth with, this space with. That there is no separation. There's no dualism anymore. It is a non-dualistic situation. And then exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana mountain seat. With straight legs, inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you. Raise the arms up alongside the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Take arms behind back. Clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet. Step right foot back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot in between hands. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back, sorry. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meeting left, folding over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana mountain seat. Again, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Don't rush. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together and fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side. Let's do that again, but add on to it. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back. Clasp hands together and fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot back. Exhale, drop to the right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands down to the earth and step back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank and exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana, stay in cobra. Inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, press the toes down. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, push the hands into the earth, tuck the toes under, push seat back to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, drop to the left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step left foot forward next to right and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together and fist straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, drop the left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra, stay. Inhale, lift hands off floor. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the earth, tuck toes under, push seat to heels, downward dog. On the inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, dropping to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step right foot forward, next to left, and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put hands down, extend legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step, walk, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior 1, and you're going to stay. Exhale, pull the right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, left hip moves forward because the left foot's turned in a little bit at an angle, not out. So internal rotation, Kenny. Inhale. Exhale, 3. See, like the hip change. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right heel turns down, 45-degree angle, come up, warrior 1. Hip kind of pulls back. Hips are kind of closed toward the windows. Inhale. Exhale, there's a slight back bend in the chest. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Now exhale, reach to the right. Put the right hand on a block behind your right foot on the highest setting. So it's going to come right behind your right ankle. Yep. And you can do the highest setting. So I like that higher setting because it gets you to lengthen through the right rib cage to the hip. And then lift your left arm up and look at your left thumb. So notice this variation of triangle and how it's different from what I usually ask you to do. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now pressing the feet, come all the way up, stand. Yeah, so press down to stand up. Good. Now exhale, reach toward the windows. Pull your left hip back. Put your right hand on your right shin just below the right knee joint. Then lift your left arm up. Try to make your right hand light and try to roll your right shoulder back toward the right side of the room. So open the chest up to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Notice if you're kind of collapsing in the side of your right rib cage. Exhale, 2. Activate your left obliques. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on the inhale, lift all the way up and try each of these differently, right? Because I see some people doing little variations. Be honest about what I'm asking you to do. Now reach toward the windows, pull your left hip back, bring your right hand in front of your right shin with your right palm facing the left side of the room. So left palm facing, so notice the difference in what I'm asking. So I see people with their right hand behind their right foot. So is the music's too loud? Okay. So listen, put your right hand in front of your right shin with your right palm facing the left side of the room. So it's different. I'm asking you to do things differently, same thing differently. So you're kind of doing it like a Bikram practice. And notice if you're collapsing in your right ribs. So you want to lift up and now you got to use more core. right? They're different. They're same Trikonasana, but different. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. So put this hand here in front. Exhale, 2. Notice how you're leaning a little bit, though. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up, stand. Then exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, bring the hands down to the earth, step back to a plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. On the inhale, extend the left leg. Now, reach to the left, put your left hand behind your left shin on a block, and then reach your right arm up into the air. This is the way Master Iyengar would teach it, okay? This is an Iyengar Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Notice the difference in them. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And the pattern. Inhale, lift all the way up, stand. Now, reach toward the windows, pull your right hip back, but put your hand on your shin just below your knee joint. Not in front of it, not behind it, be honest. So right in the center of it. And then lift your right arm up into the air and look at your right thumb. Now, make your left hand light, roll your left shoulder back behind you, and try to touch the ceiling and notice the difference between having your hand on a block. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Now notice that's behind instead of right dead center. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, reach toward the windows. Bring your left hand in front of your left shin. Your inner palms facing the right side of the room. Lift your right arm up and notice how now your head is moved toward me and your hips have moved back. This is the way Bikram would teach it. So you got Iyengar, Jivamukti, and Bikram. They're all doing a triangle, but they're different. Same pattern. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3, but the details are slightly different. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. Inhale, hands down to the floor, stepping back to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, open up arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend the right leg. Now we're going to do a similar thing over here, okay? Exhale, bend the right knee. Put your right fingertips on the floor. Dish your fingertips on the outside of your foot, not the inside, so outside. And turn your right palm to face the left side of the room. So there is an external rotation of the right shoulder, but it's just your fingertips. And lift your left arm up in the air. Now, this is the way this would be taught in Ashtanga. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Your fingertips barely touch the floor. You got to use a lot of core. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now come stand all the way up by pressing into your feet and extending your right leg. One breath. Just give your right knee a break. Now, exhale, bend your right knee and put your right hand on a block outside your right foot. Now, as you push into your full palm, move your right knee towards your right arm and extend your left arm toward the windows. This is how we teach in Jiva Mukti. Push in the back of your left foot. So lift your inner leg up. Exhale, 1 of the back leg, the left leg. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now pressing your feet, come all the way up to stand again, using your grounding to do that. Now I'm going to teach you the way Dharma Mitra would teach it. Bend your right knee, put your right palm on the floor outside your right foot, not a block, all the way down. Now drop into your inner left ankle so the outside of your left foot lifts up a little bit. So it's a hip opener. And then extend your left arm toward the windows. And you can bend your right knee deeper, dropping your groin and your hips. Your right knee can overshoot your right ankle. This is the way Dharma Mitra would teach it in the city. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2, because he's looking for an inner left thigh hip opener. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, place the left hand down and just step back to a downward dog this time. Yeah, that one's a little low to try to stand back up, let me tell you, because you've lost your center of gravity, right? But it's interesting to do this and see how different traditions are going to teach the same asana slightly different. It's called the same thing. The end goal is the same, but they're different. The pattern's different. The pattern is similar. Right? On the inhale, step the left foot forward, right heel down, come up, warrior 1. Then exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Then inhale, extend the left leg, 1 breath. Now exhale, bend the left knee, and as you bend the left knee, put your left fingernails onto the floor with your left palm facing the right side of the room and lift your right arm straight up into the air. Extended angle A, Ashtanga. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Notice it's all core work. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Pressing your feet. Come all the way up. Stand. Good. Now exhale. Bend the left knee. Put the left hand on a block outside your left foot. Now move your left knee towards your left arm. Extend your right arm toward the windows, but push through the outside of your right foot, lifting your inner right thigh up. Side stretch, Jiva Mukti. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. So left knee touches left arm. Exhale, 2, because the hip pulls back. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now press into the feet because you got a center of gravity. Come stand up. Yeah, you can stand up from there. Now bend the left knee, put the left palm on the floor and sink into it, right? To get your hand down, sink into it. You can overshoot your left ankle. Now drop in your inner right thigh. Your right little pinky toe may lift up a little on the outside of the foot. And then extend your right arm toward the windows. And here you'll feel it, it's all hip opener. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. It's almost like a skanda asana. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. But you have no center of gravity, so place your right hand down, step back, downward dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So those are just like extended angle and Trikonasana. Those are kind of obvious things that you can look at how different methods teach it. And they're all called the same thing. They're all going toward the same place, but they're very different patterns, very different ideas of how to get to that same thing. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Now exhale, drop down to the left knee. Move the left knee a little bit behind the left hip. On the inhale, hook the thumbs, lift up and arch back, coming into an Anjaneyasana asana. And move the hips forward. Your right knee can overshoot the right ankle. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift the shoulders up. Bring the hands together in the center of the chest. Twist over to the right. Bring the left arm on the outside of the right thigh. Now try to sink a little lower in your hips, moving your right knee toward the windows, Place your left hand on a block outside your right foot. Yeah, you can use, if you can get your left hand all the way down, you can do that too. Then bring your right hand to your right hip. And then figure out what your right hip is doing. Then lift the left knee up, extending the left leg. Then extend your right arm toward the windows, looking into your right palm, standing spinal twist. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then on the inhale, bring the hands back to the front of the mat, framing the right foot. Then exhale, extend the right leg, move your left foot forward, just till the heel is on the ground. Yeah, you're stable. Inhale, lift the head and chest, pull the right hip back. And then exhale, fold forward over the leg. So Kenny, use blocks instead of grabbing your ankle, because it's not going to do you any good, right? You got 2 blocks, you got 2 hands, use 2 blocks, and move this foot straight forward. Yeah. Now ground. Oh, doesn't that feel different? Feels grounded. Inhale. Exhale, 1. It may not feel better, but it feels grounded. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5 on the inhale. Lift the head and chest. Bend the right knee. Put a little weight into your right foot in your hands. On your inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, extending your right leg, standing split. Good. Then exhale, fold. Now today, listen, you can point your left toes, lift your left leg higher, opening up the hip. I don't mind if there's external rotation. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. As you bend your left knee, open, stack the hips. External rotation even deeper. Then exhale, bring the left knee to the outside of the right foot and sit all the way down. There you go. Plug both sit bones into the earth. On the inhale, lift the left arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, good. Exhale, 1. Inhale, we're going to press that down right there. Exhale, 2. That like gets into the abductor. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come back center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come back center and set up for ankle to knee. Move the left shin forward. Open up the right knee. Stack the shins. Dorsiflex feet. Lift head and chest. If you need a little blanket underneath the right knee and the left ankle, do so. And exhale, fold forward. Breathing into the hip. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good for you. And then lift the head and chest. It's so easy. Swing your right leg behind you. Come into a pigeon on the left side. You can put a little blanket underneath the left hip if you need to. So Kenny, I'd put a block or a blanket on that hip. And then exhale, fold forward, walk the arms out in front of you. A little capote asana. Pigeon also works on the same place that your ankle to knee does. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift the head and chest, walk the hands back. This is not really a full king pigeon. This is just going to, here again, open up the right quadricep. Bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand, grab your right foot. And you can draw your right heel towards your right hip, but then try to pull your shoulders back toward the window. So you're not going to open to the right side. Tendency, if you were going into full king pigeon, you would open up over here to the right. So you Inhale, lift the shoulders up, bring the hands together in the center of the chest. Twist over to the left. Try to get as deep as you can, moving your left knee toward the windows. Put your right hand on the floor or a block outside your left foot. Once you got your hand down, bring your left hand to your left hip. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee up. Then extend the left arm toward the windows and look into the left palm. Standing spinal twist. Inhale. Good. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Then inhale. Come back to the center. Put the hands on the floor. Frame the left foot. Exhale. Put weight into the left foot. Inhale. Lift the right foot off the floor, straightening the left leg. Standing split. Yeah. Now you can point your right toes and really open up the hip. External rotation here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. So this right leg lifts up into the air guide. Oh, did we do a foot on the ground in the back? No. Or did we go straight into his standing split? Huh? We did a Parvottanasana? Oh, okay. Go back to put your right foot down. I'm sorry. I messed up my own pattern there. Straighten your legs. Move your left foot forward. You're right, because I asked Kenny to use blocks. There you go. All right. Then lift the head and chest and exhale, fold forward over your left leg. I'm sorry about that. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Right. Now inhale, lift the head and chest. Bend the left knee. Put weight in the left foot. On the inhale, lift the right foot off the floor. Straightening the left leg. Standing split. Now point your right toes. Open up the right hip if you want to. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Lift the head and chest. Bend the right knee. Open. Stack the hips even more. Then exhale. Bring the right knee outside the left foot. Sitting all the way down. Ardha Matsyendrasana. On the inhale, lift the right arm up. And then exhale. Twist over to the left. Inhale. Good. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Come center. And exhale. Counter twist. Then inhale. Come center. And let's set up for a little ankle to knee. So move the right shin forward. Stack the left shin on top of the right. Dorsiflexing the feet. And then exhale. Fold forward. Blankets underneath the ankle and the left knees. Great. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Simple. Swing the left leg behind you, coming into a pigeon on the right. You may need to put a little padding underneath the right hip. That's okay. Then lengthen. And exhale, fold forward, bring the arms out in front of you. Good. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. And inhale. Lift the head and chest. Walk the hands back, shoulders over hips. Bend the left knee, reach back with the left hand, grab the inside of the left foot, and then just draw your left heel towards your left hip. Kind of move your left shoulder back toward the windows, because the tendency is you want to open up to the left, but you want to kind of keep this a back bend, so opening up the front of the body instead of twisting. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale, release the left foot, tuck the left toes under, step back to a downward dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank, and exhale through bent elbows all the way under the abdomen. Yep. Now, you've done a couple of Shalabasanas, you've done a couple of Anjaneya asanas, you've done a couple of, you did that kind of really set up for like Raja Kapot asana. So bend both knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Shift the weight from the pubic bone to the navel. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift the knees as high as the shoulders. Dhanurasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down and relax. Bend the knees, place the hands on the soles of the feet, like you're giving yourself a high five. Then, without internally rotating your shoulders, bring your hands on the inside of the ankles with your thumbs pointing up toward the ceiling. That's how you know. If your thumbs are pointing down, then you internally rotate it. If your thumbs are pointing up toward the ceiling, you externally rotate it. Point your toes back toward me in a dorsiflex. Now kick your feet back into your hands and lift your chest higher. You'll find that this will lift your chest higher instead of your thighs. Exhale, 1, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down and relax. Bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, drop down to the knees. Bring a blanket onto the mat. Come, kneel on your blanket. This is going to make, if you have knees that are a little sensitive, this helps. Take a block, put the block behind you, and then put your toes on the block, okay? So notice how this is like, because I do this, we do rabbit all the time, where we do the heels, and we hold on to the heel instead of put the hands on the sole of the foot. But notice how this block is going to change the rabbit totally. So now bring the hands onto the hips, bring the chin to the chest, and start to lift up and arch back and reach back and put your hands on your heels. You'll feel a deeper quadricep opener because your toes are on that block. And then lift your navel up to the throat and start to arch back, opening up your chest and your abdomen. If your hands don't reach your heels, keep your hands on your lower back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift up. Then take your feet off the block. Bring your knees together. Move the block a little closer to the blanket and sit down on the block. Yeah. And a supported Virasana. Okay. Just take the hands to the thighs, set up tall, close the eyes for a moment, and breathe. And if you have knee problems, Virasana is really good for actually knee problems. It gets you to like do the full bend of the knee, which kind of, if you start getting arthritic in the knee, that kind of goes away. So you got to break down that scar tissue. On the inhale, lift the hips up, okay? Come off the blocks, set up, in other words. Now, this one, you can move the block off to the side. You can keep the tops of the feet on the floor and put the hands on the soles of the feet in a full Ustrasana, or you can tuck your toes under and put your hands on your heels like we do in Rabbit, which is usually our first one. So bring the hands under the hips, elbows toward the wall behind you. Bring the chin and the chest, start to lift up and arch back. Then at the same time, see if you can put your hands on your heels. soles of your feet. If you can't reach, keep your hands on your hips. Let the head go back last. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. Yeah, you don't want to twist in this. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Lift the head and chest up without twisting. Put the hands on the floor. Push the seat back to the heels. Lift the knees up. Come back to a downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, come down, roll over onto the back. Now, from here, take 2 blocks, okay? So, because we're going to do Setu Bandha Asana, but we're going to do Setu Bandha Asana. Most of you, I think, have done this with me. But we're going to do it as a supported Setu Bandha Asana. It's going to be more like a real Setu Bandha Asana. So you're going to take 2 blocks. You're going to put them together on the highest setting. And then you're going to lift your hips up, and you're going to put both blocks underneath the sacrum. So you, like after that camel, and after all those Anjaneyana asanas, this should feel mighty nice. Okay? So now what I like about 2 blocks is if I ask you just to do 1, sometimes people will rock back and forth on their sacrum when they do this. You're not going to rock back and forth. You won't fall off the block. Okay, now grab the edge of your yoga mat. Okay, hold on to your yoga mat. Now walk your feet together. Then extend your legs straight out. As you extend your legs straight out, walking your feet toward the mirrors, you will extend the legs. There will become an external rotation of the thighs, and your big toes will lift off the floor. And you'll kind of keep your feet together. The feet are going to stay together, but there'll be that external rotation, and you'll feel pressure on the outside of your foot. You'll feel light on the inside of the foot. Then put the hands on the floor next to the head. Elbows up toward the ceiling. Now puff up your chest and come onto the crown of your head. Now, once you're on the crown of the head and you're looking at the windows, cross your arms across your chest and balance on your outside of your feet, your sacrum, the crown of the head. If we were doing this without a prop, it would just be the crown of your head and the outside of your feet. It'd be really hard. But this is a nice way to achieve this without kind of learning how to use so much core that you can say, I can't do this without blocks. Inhale. Exhale 1, but it's a nice way to experience it in a different way. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now uncross your arms, put your hands on the floor next to your head. Bring your chin into your chest and come back on the back of your head and the shoulders. Yes. Now walk your feet back. And as you walk your feet back, press into your feet, lift your hips, take the block out from underneath, and come all the way down. Good. Bring your feet out as wide as the mat. Bring your knees to touch, and windshield wiper your knees back and forth. Oh, there you go. For those of you with an anterior pelvic tilt, you probably like hate me. You're like, oh my God, that was awful. But that's good. It's going to be good for your anterior pelvic tilt. It'll help you kind of, here again, just like every other joint, if you always are in an anterior pelvic tilt, you'll lock up finally. From here, you can stay in a supported half bridge, or if you would like to experience upward bow seat, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. On the inhale, lift the body off the floor. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. Upper, middle, lower back. You can windshield wiper the knees back and forth. second upward bow. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin and the chest to come down, the upper, the middle, the lower back. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come up one last time. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin and the chest. Come down, upper, middle, lower back. Good for you. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And then bring the knees over to the left. Extend the right arm out, twisting. Little reclining twist here, neutralizing the spine. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, come back to the center. And then exhale, counter twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Rock forward and back. Rock forward and back. Rock forward and back. Come up to a seated position. Spin yourself around. Extend the legs out in front of you. Dorsiflex the feet. Lift the head and chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hold on to the outside of the feet. Use a belt to get there if you need to, so you're not bending your knees, especially if you got tight hamstrings, you know. You need a little belt action. Yeah, and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Bend the knees. Open up the knees to the side. Bring the feet together, but move the heels away from the pubic bone about 18 to 20 inches, making a big diamond within the legs. Then bring the hands in front of the toes and the elbows in front of the shins. Use your upper body to move yourself forward so you can place your forehead on the instep of your feet. Tara Asana. This is also considered a neutralizer, like tabletop or incline plank. It's a round back. Here your back rounds. Yes. So that's why it's a neutralizer. The back rounds here. It's going to round. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, lift the head and chest. And from here, you have choices. You can go to the wall, bring legs up the wall in Viparita Karani and keep your knees like they are. Lay down on the back, Supta Baddha Konasana. Or you can come into a little shoulder stand. Right? So whichever you want to do. I'll leave that up to you. So I remember in my first yoga teacher training with Jiva Mukti, we were at Omega Institute, and it was like kind of like the second or third week of the training, because it was a 30-day training. We were there like an immersion. And one of the students, I think it was a guy from Australia, he like asked David Life, he said, what do we do when we go to someone else's class and they teach it a different way? What do we do? And David said, do what they tell you to do. And then David went on and he said, don't, use me as a tool to be divisive with them. He said, leave my teachings at their door. Don't bring them into the space. He said, come in with an open mind. Now, I think about when I first heard David say that, I thought he was only talking about asana, right? Like, because we were in an asana lab, but now as I think about it and I really reflect upon it, David was actually saying more than that, than just about asana. He was saying that about the sadhana of yoga in general, that to be open to this concept of Ishvara is in myself and therefore Ishvara is in all beings, or I, Krishna, am in the soul of all living beings. I am their beginning, their middle, their end. So you're in all living beings and you're also into me, right? They taught it two different ways. You have to be open-minded. You have to be receptive to experiencing the divinity on multiple levels, on levels that don't look like you, on levels that don't feel familiar to you, that aren't culturally relevant to you. And accept that those experiences that those beings are having is equal to your experience, if not greater. If we could do that, we would probably solve a quarter of the world's problems, especially when it comes to violence about religious dogma. If we could just say, hey, those that live in the desert are going to see the divine through the lens of the desert, harsh reality, fall out of line and you could die. And those that live in the jungle where things are lush and everything looks abundant, they may have a different set of rules. They see it through a different lens. There's a different experience that they're having. It doesn't mean that one is better or worse than the other. They're different. So then start to notice how they're different, but how they're similar. What is the end goal? Well, the end goal should be a union with the divine, no matter which tradition it is.